Hey everyone, Dr. Leo Krawetz, Healthy Feet Podiatry. I've got a return patient. She was here a couple of weeks ago, and if you look at our videos, her video was called Really Deep Roots. I think that's what it was, right? Extremely deep roots. Take a look at this. This is the toe we did. This is the one where she had a big drop off on the toe, and we took a big chunk of nail from the side. I mean, it was huge. But this is what it looks like 2 weeks later. And the patient can tell you she had no pain, correct?
No pain.
Zero pain whatsoever. It's feeling great. She's had very little issues. It looks great. I mean, it's not red. It is a little bit loose there, and it's a little bit lysed. That's lysed means L-Y-S-E-D, but it's kind of lifted up right there. But we're going to let that grow out. And in 2 weeks, this will actually be even closer to the side there. So this will look really good. But this is what it looks like right now. And this doesn't hurt her at all when I push on it, which is great. So ironically, she has the same thing right here. She's got that steep drop off right here. And she called this her ugly ass toe. Have you ever heard of an ugly ass toe? It's a medical term. It means ugly ass toe. I guess that means that the toe isn't that pretty, right?
Midwest.
It's a Midwest term, actually. And when she said it, I said, hey, that reminds me of the 1980s when we used that term. But anyway, that's what she has. We're going to try to get it in the medical books after this as a diagnosis, and maybe we can get an ICD-10 code for it, ugly ass toe, and then the procedure code will be removal of ugly ass toenail. I don't know if they're gonna accept that or not, but we'll see if we can submit that. Anyway, let's take a look at this toe and see what we got here. The drop off right there, we're gonna remove that. She's numbed up. So we put in lidocaine with epinephrine. And like the other one with the really deep roots, I am going to free it up right where the drop off, which is right there. So we're gonna free this up. Let me make sure she doesn't feel anything. Do you feel anything there? No, she doesn't feel anything there. So we're gonna free this up here. And this actually is pretty tight in here right now. The great thing about with the drop off is my spatula here, I can stick right under the toe and it should follow the contour of it if I get it just in the right spot. Let me get this again here. Actually, it's very tight under here. So we're gonna go across here and push. There it goes. To try to free it. She's got a very tight toe. I'm pushing pretty hard there, actually. So when it's tight like that, easiest way to free it is go right at the junction of where it drops off at that 90-degree angle. And I'm gonna take, I have a hole there basically for my English anvil. And this is called an English anvil. And I'm gonna push it as far as I can so I can do one cut like that. And then I can do my second cut and last cut under the epinicium. So I'm under that epinicium. And this is where I'm gonna actually just kind of follow it. And it's already pretty much cut. Okay, so that's it. I'm doing this by feel and kind of pushing down here. And now what I'm gonna do is grab this ugly ass piece of nail and pull it out of here from this ugly ass toe. What do you think? Here we go. Let's put it under. All right. The patient's laughing and watching. So here we go. We're gonna go under the epinicium with the curved stat. And I mean, this is a thick piece of nail. So we're gonna slowly turn this. And look at that chunk. I mean, this thing, it just keeps coming and coming. Wow. Hello. It's rearing its ugly head. Look at that. I mean, look at that thing.
Holy cow.
That is amazing. Isn't that amazing?
Holy cow.
See, Michelle, you've been amazed twice today. That's crazy.
Jeez.
Even on the last video she did. But you know what? I have to say, that's pretty amazing right there. Look at that.
That's why it hurt.
This is one ugly ass piece of toenail, I gotta say. What do you think? All right, we'll stop using that term. Not that funny anymore. All right, we've overused it. So now we're gonna get this skin and all this is actually calloused tissue right there. Look at that. See how that's coming out there? Very satisfying to remove this. I'm actually satisfied watching this come out because I know she's gonna feel so much better. This thing's really been bothering her. I mean, that almost looks like a toenail. It's a thick piece of callous skin. So we'll get that out. And then we're gonna see if there's anything more in there. And I like to grab with my stat, because I can grab any of that tissue that's hanging on there that needs to come out, because it'll actually follow the demarcation of where the callus is. And we're gonna just pull that out. There's just one more little piece here. I can take the tissue nipper, but I don't wanna cut into the periosteal layer, which is, I've seen it happen before. on previous patients, where other doctors have done that, and it took forever to heal. I had someone recently where the whole periosteal layer was gone from the bone. That's more thickening of the tissue there, and it's also some of the fungus that's under this nail. There is some fungus there. She could treat this with laser if she really wanted to. That has the highest cure rate, about a 60% cure rate. The pills have a 38% cure rate, topical 8%. I tell her don't waste your time with it at this point, because she is living the dream. She's traveling around the country, right?
The world.
Or the world, actually. And she's very young. I mean, very young, in her 50s, early 50s. So she's living that dream, and I don't think it's worth it to try to treat this fungus if she's not going to be in one place for a very long time, and she's only in Tampa for a little while. So right now we're killing the nail matrix with this. She was asking us, what's there to do in Tampa? So those of you that are planning on coming to Tampa, we're going to tell her. She said, what are the top 5 things? We told her Ybor City, which is Y-B-O-R, Ybor City. That's the old Cuban area of Tampa, Cuban Italian area. Great place to go.
Get a good sandwich.
Great Cuban sandwiches, and then go to the Columbia restaurant. Columbia, right? Yeah. They've got flamenco dancers there, I think, still, which is pretty cool to see, but the food's great. Awesome food there. Ybor is a great place to go. You have to go to Bayshore Boulevard, longest continuous sidewalk in the country, from what I understand. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yep, that's where I ride my bike. Where I do my 20 some odd miles every day. I do Bayshore, and then I go around Davis Island. So you could go Bayshore and Davis Island. You can rent a bicycle or a scooter and break your foot and come back in, and we can put you in a walking cast. You have to get on one of those scooters. But no, you can rent bikes there, which is great. Ride the bikes onto Davis Island and then ride around Davis Island. So that's like 3 things there. Let's see, what other cool things are there? The aquarium is cool, but it's not unreal.
Someone said Disney City?
Busch Gardens.
No, the city of
Disney Springs?
Disney Springs.
Oh, that's Orlando, yeah. That's a different city. So yeah, for Tampa, Busch Gardens if you're gonna go somewhere. Busch Gardens is a fun place. If you like roller coasters, great roller coasters there. So
It is deep, isn't it?
Yeah, and then Tarpon Springs if you want sponges, but it's like, oh look, a sponge. Then you go into another sponge shop and say, oh wow, another sponge shop.
Greek
Same
food though, someone
sponges.
said Greek food.
Great Greek food there, yeah. Really good Greek food. And if you're gonna go there, you gotta get octopus.
Yeah,
Eat the octopus.
grill
Great,
that, yeah.
great octopus. So those places are good. And then I would tell you Hyde Park is a great place to go too. It's a younger area, great restaurants around there. New place called the Meat Market that opened, it's awesome. And then Burns Steakhouse. If you can somehow get into Burns Steakhouse, oldest steakhouse around, great food there, but very difficult to get in.
But I'm spending several hours.
Too. They have a dessert room that's unreal with the best desserts you're ever gonna have. That's what I would recommend doing. So, all right, so that's it. So that's my guide to Tampa and where to go. There's a lot of other great places too. Let me see if we can cut this off here.
That is deep. Last time you said we'd hide the remote
I
in
know, isn't
there.
that amazing? Yeah, we can hide the remote control in that, yes. This one, what
Yeah,
could
I
we
think
hide
this
in
one's
there?
even deeper.
Yes. There we go.
There was
Put that
no
off of there.
pain
Look at
afterwards.
that.
I
Look
was
at these
so
bells.
happy.
Yep, so we're gonna cover this up now, and we're gonna put a little dressing on here. What could we hide in there? I don't know.
I said I could have my passport.
There you go, hide your passport there, cool, yeah. So that's it, let me cover this up here. We'll make this a little puffier here. Make this look good here. So this she'll take off tomorrow, clean it with soap and water, do the same thing you're doing on the other foot. You're gonna, yep, and then apply Neosporin and a Band-Aid to it. If this is too tight, just loosen it at the end. And that's it. So now you know where to go in Tampa. You saw your first ugly ass toenail. When that's a diagnosis, you can call a doctor's up and say, hey, do you remove ugly ass toenails? And they'll probably tell you yes, because they're gonna know what it is very soon. We're gonna make that popular. And if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. Go on our Instagram page at Healthy Feet Podiatry, and you can watch really quick versions of this. That's fun to see. And hit that subscribe button that's right up there, and you'll see even more great videos and even some pretty ass toes too. So we'll see you for the next one. Thanks.